Okay, guys. Uh, before we start our today's webinar, let me introduce myself to you. So my name is Okta Fajar Suryani, and currently I'm working at TechBros as AI engineer. And today I will present to you about Alang AI, which is our inference engine platform that we are currently developed in TechBros now. So please let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Can you see my slide or my presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, our today's topic is about introduction of TechBros Alang AI. So here I will talk about what is Alang AI and what is the benefit of Alang AI to people and what kind of use case that Alang AI can handle. So, but before I go to deeper about Alang AI, I want to explain first about what is the workflow process in deep learning or machine learning apps. Uh, the workflow divided into 4 steps. The first one is dataset gathering, dataset annotating, model training and evaluation, and then the last one is model deployment, inferencing, or optimization. Okay, I will break down this step one by one. The first one is dataset gathering. So deep learning or machine learning uh, in is a algorithm that can make computer to learn something new, and then after the learning process, the computer will have specific knowledge about what he has been learned. So in this case, this data will be used by deep learning or machine learning model to learn about what contained inside the data. And then the second step is dataset annotating. So after we collect after we have our dataset, we have to annotate our data. The annotation will help model during training process to make a better prediction. So we hope at the end of the training process, model can predict the output that similar with the data label or data annotation. Okay, and then the third step is about model training and evaluation. I already mentioned about it. So basically, in this process, the model, the algorithm try to learn our data, so it can have specific knowledge about the data. And the common tools to perform training and evaluation is deep learning framework. And now, in my opinion, there are two most popular deep learning framework. They are PyTorch from Facebook and TensorFlow from Google. And then after we finish training process, we enter the deployment phase, deployment or inferencing phase, and also optimization. So in here, why we need optimize our model? So basically, the model training process is on high spec device, for example, computer with very high spec GPU, let's say, and we want to deploy our model to let's say embedded device, for example. So in here we need optimization process, and for the embedded device itself, in my opinion, there are three types of embedded device based on their processor. The first one is NVIDIA embedded device, which is using NVIDIA GPU, and then the general embedded device like Raspberry Pi and other embedded device, and the third one is Intel embedded device, which is using the Intel CPU, and each of them having the optimization tools. So, for example, for the NVIDIA GPU, we can use the NVIDIA TensorRT, okay, and then for the general embedded device, we can optimize it using TensorFlow Lite. And then for the CPU embedded device, we can optimize them using OpenVINO toolkit from Intel. So this is the overview of workflow process in deep learning or machine learning apps. And then where what is accommodated by Elang AI. So in here, Elang AI accommodate the third and fourth process. The model training and model deployment or inferencing is accommodated in Elang AI, is supported in Elang AI. But process number 1 and number 2, yeah, we don't support it in Elang AI. Because yeah, we how to say, the process number 1 and number 2 is the responsibility of number 1 and number 2 is on the user itself. So we only support number 3 and number 4, and I will explain it deeper in the next slide. So before we going deeper into technical aspect, so let me introduce about the Elang AI in high level concept. So the first I want to explain about what is the motivation of Elang AI. So in TechBros, our motivation in developing Elang AI is we want to bring the benefit of AI to everyone. Yeah, the word everyone is referred to people. The first one is people who have high budget or low budget. So we want to accommodate them all. And then second, people who already have knowledge about deep learning, and also people who don't have prior knowledge about machine learning or deep learning. So using Elang AI, they can also build AI apps and can give them benefit based on their use case. And if we break down this highlight, so the first one is we want to using Elang AI, we want to deploy machine learning model in low cost, and for to achieve this low cost, so we should using not high spec devices. In this case, we targeting embedded device for deployment purpose. And then our motivation is we want to deploy our solution as close as possible to user use case. And then our motivation is Elang AI will be easy to use for everyone. And using Elang AI, you don't need prior knowledge of ML or machine learning or deep learning to build your AI solution. Yeah, that's all about the Elang AI motivation. And then after we know the motivation behind Elang AI, now let's take a look at the Elang AI components. So in Elang AI, there are Elang OS. We call it Elang OS. It is operating system for Elang AI. And then the second component is Elang AI SDK. This is for developer. And what is inside Elang OS and Elang AI SDK? So first, in the Elang OS, we have all packages needed to run Elang AI. And then also inside Elang OS, we have Elang AI Inference Engine, which is optimized for hardware specific, for target hardware. Like I said before, for GPU, NVIDIA GPU, we optimize the model using TensorRT, and for the general embedded device, we optimize the model using TensorFlow Lite. And then also in the Elang OS, there are Elang AI front end and Elang AI App Store. So and then in the next slide, I will explain about the relationship between Elang AI front end, Elang AI App Store, and also Elang AI SDK. How their relationship in order to make a compact solution. So for the Elang AI SDK, which is this is for developer. It is contain some rules for AI apps creation. So if you want to develop or build AI application that can run in Elang AI, you have to use this SDK. This SDK will make sure that your AI model is following our rules. And then in the Elang AI SDK, there are AI apps template generator. So Elang AI SDK will generate the template for you. So you don't need to implement your AI from scratch. It is already have a template. And then model converter and also model inspector. So I will explain it detail later. Okay, that's all about Elang AI component. And then after we know the component of Elang AI, now time to explain about how relation or interaction between each component. So let's say this is our target hardware. In here, in this picture, this is Jetson Nano, and okay, let's take a look from this one and this one. In the previous slide, I already mentioned about motivation of Elang AI, that we want to bring AI benefit to everyone, right? So yeah, this is what we mean by everyone. We can accommodate the normal user, which is people who don't have prior knowledge about machine learning or deep learning, or developer who already have knowledge or expert about machine learning or deep learning. Both of them can use Elang AI and develop their AI for their use case. Okay, let's start from developer first. So for the developer can create Elang AI application using our Elang AI SDK. with the Elang AI SDK can be downloaded from PyPy, but from now we not publish it yet to PyPy. So please wait. Okay, and then after you create after the developer create their AI apps using Elang AI SDK, they can directly run their AI apps in their device, or they can upload the AI apps that already made in Elang AI App Store. So everyone can use the AI apps that uploaded in App Store. And this is for the normal user or people who don't have prior knowledge about machine learning. They can also using AI apps from front end like this. So using Elang AI front end, the normal user can download available AI apps in App Store, and then after they download via from Elang AI front end, they can run the AI apps in their device, and then after performing inference or running the AI model, the AI model will give us a specific output, right? So we can visualize what is output from AI model using the analytic dashboard. And inside this device, this Jetson Nano, there are Elang AI inference engine and also Elang AI backend. The front end, Elang AI front end will communicate with Elang AI, and I will show about it in the end of my presentation. Okay, so that's about the interaction between each component in Elang AI. And for now, Elang AI only support computer vision tasks. In other words, Elang AI can only accept the data from camera sensor and then process it and outputting based on tasks. So for computer vision tasks itself, there are so many tasks. For example, there are object detection, object segmentation. This is object segmentation, and also image captioning. So based on each task, actually we can develop so many use cases. For example, using object detection, we can count how many number object that appear in our camera. And for example, this one, using the image segmentation, we can help self-driving car to understand the scene around them, like this one. Using image segmentation, we can know what part of image that categorized as road, person, or this is traffic light, and maybe other vehicles and others. And this is one of benefit of image segmentation. We can detect and locating where the tumor in our brain, and I can say that this technology can very helpful for doctor to analyze the tumor inside our brain. Okay, and not only what I show in this slide, but actually we can develop so many use cases computer vision use case using Elang AI. And okay, so we already know about the high level concept of Elang AI, and now let's take a deeper look at how to create AI apps using Elang AI SDK, and then how to upload it using App Store, and finally download the AI that we already create in front end to perform inference. Here I only highlight the inference process, and yeah, for the inference itself, there are some components that we need to perform inference using AI model. The first one is inference device. So in this case, we can inference device is like Jetson Nano or other embedded device. And the second part is trained model. So basically after the third process, training and validation, we already have the trained models, right? So yeah, the inference device and trained models is provided by Elang AI. And also the other component like pre-processing or post-processing function, it is we give some flexibility to user to customize or to determine their own pre-processing and post-processing function for inferencing model. Okay, this is the component that we need for inference, and we can develop, we can create AI model and run the AI model in Elang AI just in 5 steps. These 5 steps. So for the first step is you have to prepare your pre-trained model, because for the inference we need trained model, right? And for now, I'm sorry if my explanation about this slide is a little bit too technical, but I hope you can get the whole idea. So let me continue. Yeah, currently in Elang AI, we only support TensorRT format for the pre-trained model. We only support the TensorRT format. So if you have different type of pre-trained model, let's say you have pre-trained model in ONNX or TF Lite, you have to convert it to TensorRT format. And yeah, using the Elang AI SDK, you can doing that using the model converter in Elang AI SDK to convert from ONNX or TF Lite to TensorRT format. And then number 2 is install the Elang AI Python package from PyPy. This is for developer. And also number 3, you can generate the AI apps template using template generator that contain in Elang AI SDK. We provide CLI, so you can type like this: Elang AI generate, this is your app name, and then from this template, it will create pre-processing and post-processing script for you. And in here, you can customize or determine your own pre-processing and post-processing function. And to perform, I think if you want to customize your pre-processing and post-processing function, you need to check the input and output of your model first before you can customize this to process. And I will explain it later. And also the number 4 is you can upload your AI apps to Elang AI App Store. so everyone can use your app. Actually, this is optional. Actually, you can run your AI apps that you already create in step number 3 directly in your device. But if you want to share your AI model with everyone, so yeah, feel free to upload it to Elang AI App Store. And then this is case for normal user. Yeah, using the Elang AI front end, they can download AI apps from App Store and run for inference. Okay, I will in here I will show you step by step about this five point. Okay. Okay. Can you see my terminal in here? I hope you can see my terminal. So actually, this is the approach for developer.
I'm sorry, Octav.
Can't see.
There's no terminal here in our screens.
Okay. Wait a minute.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Can you see this? My terminal.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So actually, yeah, I mentioned you about I will show you about how to generate AI apps template using Elang AI SDK. So please Elang AI, okay, and then generate. So let's say I will generate using my app like this. So basically, you can define your custom name. For example, this is face mask detection or other that represent your AI model. For the demo purpose, I will only rename it with my app. Okay, and then I create my app inside project. So can you see my screen? Okay, so this is my app that generate from Elang AI. This my
Can't see an app. I can't see the app.
Okay, wait. How can I share all my screen? Wait. Okay. Okay. This is my app that generate from Elang AI SDK. So it is contained input, models, utils, and main.py. And what I mean, you can customize your pre-processing and post-processing. You can customize it in here in the utils, pre-processing, and post-processing like this. Yeah, so you can customize your post-processing and pre-processing in here. Yeah, that's how we can generate the template apps using Elang AI. And then wait, I will show you about how can we inspect our model using Elang AI SDK. Wait a minute. Actually, I already prepare the face mask AI model to perform face mask detection using Elang AI. And if I run, wait a minute, like this, so can use. Yeah, this one. In the Elang AI SDK, we can also inspect our model, what is the input and what is the output of our model. This is very useful if we want to customize our pre-processing and post-processing. For example, in this one, the input layer of model that I use, in this case, I use the SSD to perform object detection. The input layer is input 0, and the model will give us two output. This is the score or confidence score for its prediction, and also the bounding box, because this AI model based on object detection task, so it will outputting the bounding box of predicted object. Okay, and if you want to know more about how to wait a minute, if you want to know about this one, so yeah, this is the pre-process, this is the post-processing for SSD. Yeah, I can customize it in post-processing, and also this is for the pre-processing. I can customize it because we know that the input layer of our SSD model is input 0. The name is input 0, so I can fed my my input into this layer, and wait a minute, and then extract the output of the model using the boxes and score layer. Actually, this is same with what we already inspect in command in terminal. This one. So yeah, okay, yeah, that's all. Okay, and then now actually after we inspect the model, and then we already customize our pre-processing and post-processing, it can say that our model or our AI apps is ready to upload to App Store. But before that, I want to show you about how the front end and back end work. Wait a minute. I'm sorry if I should change from one layer to another, because yeah, I don't know how to share my whole screen. So I need to move from one screen to other screen. And wait a minute. So in here I will run the Elang AI backend like this one, So and then I will run the UI or front end component of Elang AI like this. We are using Qt platform. Okay, so wait, I will stop my video, but I hope you can still see my screen. So guys, can you see the TechBrush Elang AI application inference front end?
I can't see a front end. I only see the code.
So wait a minute. This one, okay, this one. So can you see?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the Alang AI front end, normal user can use this front end to download the AI model from App Store and also run the inference of selected AI model. For example, in here, this is what AI apps that available in our App Store. So there are two trial AI apps. Wait a minute, I will show you first about the Alang AI App Store. Wait a minute. Where is my this one? So guys, okay, can you see the TechBros Alang AI? So yeah, this is appearance of our App Store, and yeah, here you can add application, and I will show you about how to add application to our App Store later. In here, I will just show you how the UI and appearance of Alang AI component. So wait a minute. Yeah, in here we can see that there are two trial AI model, AI apps, and the status is already download, which mean that if the status already download, so it means that front end, Alang AI front end can download the AI model from App Store. And if we add application to App Store, the default status will be under review. And it is like if you create, let's say, Android app, and then you upload it into Google Play, the your app have to review by Google team, right? So yeah, the case is same here. So our team from TechBros will review your AI apps, and then after we review it and we think that your AI apps is okay, so we can change the status to download. So the other user using our front end can download your AI apps. Okay. This is about the App Store. And then let me go back to front end. Wait a minute. Okay, let me go back to front end. Yeah, this one. Yeah, the AI apps that appear in here is same with what appear in in App Store. And for example, yeah, you can download it because I already download this app, so I cannot click the download button. And if I go back, yeah, this is the application that I already downloaded into front end. This is called located in application inference, and then you can open the app. Okay, so basically the trial apps is contain the classification, detection, and segmentation application. So there are 3 tasks inside single AI application, and you can select the parameters or setting using the dynamic UI that generated in front end based on what AI apps that you selected. Okay, and then device, you can define the source. For example, if you have the net RTSP, for example, you have the CCTV camera, and then you want to feed your CCTV into Elang AI, you can do that by provide the URL of your CCTV. And for today's demo, I will only using my webcam. This is my webcam, and if I run, okay, yeah, this is can be the inference result can be seen here. Yeah, this is because this is trial apps. I think the prediction result is not so good. Yeah, you can see that it can detect person detection, and the accuracy or confidence is not so good, around 70 until 80% only. Okay, that's how to download AI model from App Store and then run it into our Elang AI front end. Okay, I will stop it, and then okay, now I want to show you about the upload process into our App Store. Wait a minute. Okay, this one. Okay, okay. Now I will add application, and then I will choose a file because we already create new AI apps under the project, and this one FaceMask Elang AI. This is what we already perform, like customized pre-processing and post-processing, and yeah, and then we can compress it into the tar.xz and then upload it to this App Store. Wait a minute. It's the model size is around 40 megabyte. So yeah, yeah. Wait a minute for model upload into App Store. Okay, guys. Okay. If you have any question, please write it down. And at the end of our my presentation, yeah, let hold discussion about your question. Okay. Wait a minute. Almost done the uploading process. Okay, and let's say application. What is application name? FaceMask detection, like this. And then for the demo purpose, let's say the version is 1.0.0, and this is the file that you uploaded. And description, this is FaceMask detection app. Okay, and then save data. Yeah, it will save the model into the S3 bucket in the AWS. Okay, actually this already uploaded. And then if we go back to home in our Play Store or App Store, yeah, there already FaceMask detection apps that we upload. Okay, and the default status is under review. For the demo purpose, I will change it to download, so the FaceMask detection model can be downloaded in front end. Wait a minute. Okay, the status is already downloaded, and let me go back to front end. I will stop share it first, and then I will share you again my Elang AI front end. This one, okay, I will go back and wait a minute. We in the application inference, the face mask is not yet ready because we need to download it first. Okay, yeah, in the application control there are face mask detection and we ready to download it into our backend. Yeah, wait a minute. I will show you the backend part. This one, yeah. So actually, this one, the backend is downloaded the model into our device, like this one. So this is the download process is going on. We will wait until it is finished to download, and then after that we can run the face mask detection model into our front end, in our front end. Okay guys, sorry if my internet connection is a little bit bad, so the upload so the download process is a little bit longer. Wait. Okay, the file is already downloaded, the model already downloaded, and then now let me show again the Elang AI front end. Wait a minute, share. Okay. In the application inference, click refresh, and then face mask Elang AI is available. Okay, and then we can select the app, and then we can open the app like this one, because this is the detection, and then the device, like the previous apps, I will only use the my webcam for demo purpose. Wait a second. So this is the apps. Wait a minute. Okay, this is the face mask detection. So yeah, it can detect whether you are using face mask or not. For example, this is when I'm not using my face mask, and then okay, let me use my face mask. Okay, the model correctly detect the that I already used my marks, and the confidence score is, I think it is good enough. And if okay, what happened if you so if you are using the marks but in incorrect way, yeah, the model can predict your behavior like this one. So this is without mask, this is with mask but incorrect, and then this is using the face mask. Okay guys, okay, yeah, I think that's all from me, so I can stop it. And then okay, wait a minute, I will share my screen, my presentation again. Which one? Where is my presentation? This one. Okay guys, so I already show to you all about these 5 steps, and this is the screenshot from Elang AI components. Here we have the TechBros Elang AI front end, and this is the our app store. And also, actually, I want to show you about, yeah, this is the face mask detection, but compiled with the analytic dashboard like this. So you, yeah, this is, it is a face mask detection with the analytic dashboard, and then also we try to using the computer vision. This is the this is smart farming use case. Using the computer vision, can we predict how many cow cow will just only use camera. And yeah, I think we can do that, but the accuracy of the model is still not so good, and yeah we have to improve our model performance. Okay, guys, I think that's all from me. If you have any question about what I have been present to you, please let me know. Don't hesitate to share your question. Okay. Okay. Do you have any question? Hello. Hello. Check. Hello. Do you guys have any question about Lang AI? Okay. Okay. Maybe if you don't have any question by now, okay, yeah, no problem. So if you still have question in the future days or in the next day, you can ask me about your question and send it to my email. Yeah, and I will try my best to answer your question.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Dominic. Okay, guys. So if you don't have any question, I think today's webinar is over. And yeah, I want to say thank you very much for your participation in our webinar today. And yeah, I think we can finish our today's webinar, and see you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Dominic. Okay, so I will stop